What's happening, bros? Oh my goodness. We got anybody in here yet? No. We used to have folks waiting. That's on me. That's on me. I skipped a couple weeks. I understand. The timing has not been reliable. That being said, 2 weekends in a row, we're doing it. My name is Zach. Welcome to Audibly Dumb, the channel that I run, and this is Audibly Chill every Sunday between 10 and 11. I play guitar at an intermediate level, and I like to just kind of bullshit about stuff. Mostly music related. When we get a lot of nerds up here in the chat, it's usually a pretty good time. A fire and ice dragon, what is good? We're gonna get a few more people in here. I'm gonna wait for the thickness of the live stream, if you will. Oh, caffeine today. This is a cinnamon and vanilla iced latte from Enchanted Grounds. This is what's going to propel me for the next hour. It's basically drugs. Ma'am. Ma'am. I'm aware I have a slightly androgynous look, but calling me ma'am, that's a hot fucking take. Oh my god, you got your first tube amp. What'd you get? That's exciting. That is an exciting time. That's a lot of amp, dude. That's a lot of amp. I hope you have fun with it. I will tell you my favorite tube amp I've ever had is this Princeton. I love it. It sounds amazing. The way it interacts with my Helix is great. It treats all my guitars very well. The best tube amp I've ever had is Mesa Boogie Fillmore 50. That thing was unbelievable, dude. But the Valve King stuff, Peavey gets slept on. I used to have, it was a Peavey Delta Blues 40-watt monster tube amp. I mean, it was so loud. So loud. It was like $350, but it sounded great. Peavey gets slept on all day long. They call them Mississippi Marshalls. That's a dope gift from your cousin. 100%. A Peavey Valve King? That's great. I wonder why people hate Peavey. Like, what is it about Peavey people can't stand? They sound great to me. You can get some good work out of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've played a bunch of them too. Really, really cool. Yeah, that's kind of true in general, though, I feel, right? I kind of feel like, in general, practice amps, well, I say that, but if you've never played like a Boss Katana, they sound pretty amazing. They really do. This is a new amp model that I'm trying in the Helix. It's based off of the Marshall JCM 800 2204. It's a 50-watt Marshall head, and there's just that just sounds great to me. Add like a little bit of spring. That just sounds good. There's no that reverb needs a little work, but there's no overdrives or anything like that going into it. That is just the Marshall amp block into the 212. And that's exactly what you want. I love it. See, the Princeton always has some reverb on it. It always has a little bit of that spring. I'm trying to keep the Marshall side dry unless I want to add a reverb. It just so sick. What overdrives do I recommend for tube amps? So one thing I've learned is guitar pedals, right? So I don't use pedals. I literally, my Helix does everything, as I'm sure you know. The mentality behind it all stays the same. So it's like if you bought a tube screamer, right? If you were to buy a tube screamer, what are you going to get? You're going to get not a stupid amount of gain. It's going to be mid forward. It's going to be a great boost. Any sort of tube screamer circuit, even a tube screamer model like what's in the Helix, it's going to behave the same, right? So, like, what overdrives do I recommend for a tube amp? The same I would recommend for any other type of amp. I am not a tube screamer fan. So, like, right now, pushing the Marshall here, when I do turn a pedal on for the Marshall, it's a Minotaur, which is based on the Klon Centaur. Guitar Cat, what up, fool? Welcome in. And I think I've got it on there. Hang on. There you go. So the Minotaur is adding just a little tiny touch of drive, but it's bringing the level up as well. You get that little extra bump, but you don't lose any articulation. So anything Klon or transparent like, that's just the amp. This is with the Minotaur. Right? Maintains the same tonal characteristics, but it's just giving it that extra, nah, you know what I mean? So I would recommend, you got, let's see. Yeah, that's what a lot of people use a tube screamer for sure. I like Klon style pedals. The JHS Morning Glory, as a really good always on type of drive, is insane. Um, I really enjoy the Boss Blues driver, that sort of thing. I don't like one pedal that does a lot of gain. You're never going to see me with like a Rat or anything like that. What I like is I enjoy saturation stacking, right? That's because it's called Audibly Discord. Also, regarding that, I don't, yeah, and that's honestly what I want the Discord to be. My problem is just of all of my priorities, that Discord is the smallest one of them. Like, I just want to focus on making the videos. Do you know what I mean? I like having a Discord and I would love it for it to be very active, but I'm not going to be active on there very often just because I'm making content all the time. And this is a big one. I'm really trying to work on my playing for the videos, man. You know what I mean? I want the playing to get there. Like, I want, when I'm playing for you guys, I want you to really enjoy what you're hearing. It's very important to me. So I'm just spending a lot of time practicing. So I put together a new filming angle for when I'm playing guitar in the long form stuff as well. So I'm excited to see what you guys think of that. Um, do that funk string thing. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Middle position. We'll roll the neck pickup off just a little bit. I'm not funky, but oh yeah, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. I'm actually kind of shocked more people don't do that. But yeah, Audibly Dumb on Instagram. You can send me whatever you want. But yeah, so regarding the overdrive pedal thing, I did want to kind of talk about, like, I kind of talked about it last week or maybe the one prior, but like for the Princeton, right? What I like is this. So I'm on the neck pickup. It's like really pretty and nice, right? But if bridge pickup, you dig in, there's no pedal happening there. That's just amp dynamics. There's a little bit of breakup. This is what's called a valve driver. And again, that's the Princeton. Not a ton of gain. Now we're going to add on the Timmy. Right? So still the Princeton. That is 2 drives on at the same time. And then the last one is those 2 plus the KWB. So that's 3 drives on at once. Rather than have one drive do it all, I like taking a bunch of little drives and stacking them together. You get the best tonal qualities out of each drive and just ba 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 ba. Good morning and welcome, Vibe of... I'm not going to attempt to pronounce your name. That felt like it was going to be offensive at some point. So Mr. or Mrs. 344, welcome. Britain's in the house. See, the nerds are starting to show up right now, and it just really warms the cockles of my big toe. Neck pickup. So this is called a Charlie Christian pickup, right? Texas Toast Guitars, which is what this is, they're really into these. So this is made by a company called Banshee. It's the first electric guitar pickup, and it's massive. So look at the back of this guitar. This is obviously for the controls. This is for the switch. Look at this big chunk here. You ever seen anything like that? This big chunk they had to cut out here? It's because this pickup goes under the body and extends all the way to like here, right? It's very, very cool. So is it microphonic? Yeah. This thing picks up everything. But also, it doesn't take gain all that well. But if you put it on a clean channel, get some good ambient reverb and delay, it's just the most beautiful sounding. I mean, I don't know what it is. I love the whole like neck pickup tone rolled off thing. Well, hang on now. We are going to give that a shot. I have not tried it with this pickup. So it's neck pickup, some gain, and the tone rolled off. Does it even sound good? No. Right? A little more gain. Yeah, see, that sounds terrible. But as a person like myself that loves clean tones, so under a lot of gain, it collapses. But that's what the bridge pickup is for, right? So let's see. What's my opinion on P90s? P90s might be my favorite pickup. It goes back and forth, especially in the bridge position, right? So for bridge pickups, P90 or a Tele bridge pickup, one of the two, right? I need that cut. A lot of people don't think about that. They think about, how much compression and like the sustain and everything. And yes, that is important, but you got to be able to cut through a mix, dude. Even if you're not playing with a band, let's say you're just playing to like a backing track, right? If you have your backing track on and you hear your guitar tone go away, it's not cutting through. The mids aren't there. Your mid frequencies are not there cutting through the backing track. So it's not even just for live players. If you're just chilling by yourself, I feel like if you get your EQ right and you get a really strong single coil bridge pickup, you get all the dynamics and all the cut that you want. You know what I mean? It's so great. And then I'm a sucker for dog ear P90s. If anybody knows the difference, you got soap bars, which is just a square. The dog ears are mounted to the top and extend on either side. I love that. And it's just like specifically with this guitar too. Give it some gain. Does that sound like a super thin, weak single coil? I don't think so. To me, that's balls, right? I don't need hotter than that. Was I on the neck pickup that whole time? That sounds fucking awesome. That's with the digital amp. It doesn't work with the tube amp. That sounds great. So then the bridge. Yeah, what are we talking about right now? That sounds great. So, okay, this pickup, I didn't even realize I was still on the neck because it's so bright. That sounds good. Middle position. That sounds good. And then just bridge. It almost feels like I'm hitting an overdrive pedal, right? Ooh. Gibson Fender Epiphone. Are you asking which one's the best? Fender. If I had to choose one. Lately, I don't know, dude. Single cutaway set neck. The set neck stuff in general has been really doing it for me lately. But just for overall comfortability, like I'm always going to be a Tele guy. So by definition, Fender. I don't currently own a Fender or a Gibson. I've got a Squire, but I don't know. I think I prefer working with some smaller companies at this point. That's what I prefer playing. It's what I prefer supporting. Um, but yeah, Fender all the way. Leo Fender is like maybe the most important engineer in our industry. I think for engineers, Leo Fender, Ted McCarty, and Paul Reed Smith are probably the top three guys to just constantly make new things, push new things, and just become the biggest, right? 51 no-caster pickups, that's pretty savage. You know what? I'll grab my Squire. You guys are influencing me right now. Which is bullshit because I'm supposed to be the influencer here. We all have jobs, and you're taking mine. Do you hear how so this is the same type of pickup. This is a Banshee Charlie Christian. And it sounds totally different in this guitar. That sounds great. Oh, the Bigsby holds up great. People say that Tellys with Bigsby's can't stay in tune. Like, I haven't played this in like 36 hours. I just picked it up. It's not perfectly in tune, but it's close enough to play a song, right? I was just messing with you, dude. You don't have to apologize for anything. I say stupid shit, right? Dude, I'm telling you. Like Greg Koch always says, at the end of time, there'll be cockroaches and Telecasters, and the Telecasters will be in tune. That's straight fact. But yeah, dude, the whole Bigsby thing, I'm really getting into it, right? Let's see here. It's a $400 guitar. I love playing it. That's another thing too. One thing that I have learned since starting Audibly Dumb, the price of a guitar just doesn't matter, homie. It doesn't. What a guitar costs is irrelevant. I don't know. I think your words are coming through just fine. 5150. I don't know. I've never played a Mesa Boogie Rectifier or a 5150. I don't know that I have the chops to play a 5150. I'll be honest with you. Dude, classic vibe is kind of insane. The value in that's what this is. This is a 60s custom classic vibe. Uh feels just like many Fenders I've played, including American ones. The vibe of a Bigsby. I think the Bigsby might be my favorite version of a tremolo. It's just so subtle. I don't like dive bombing anyways, right? Love it, dude. So sick. Yeah. Semi-hollow is kind of it's special. I actually believe so like I've got a 335. It's the one thing a Tele can't do. You can do basically everything with a Telecaster. If you put Filtertrons in it, you can and a Bigsby, you can get Gretsch style tones. The solid body ones anyways. If you put Strat pickups in a Tele, it's going to sound like a Strat. It just is. I'm actually going to be doing that with my Sir, with Morrison. I'm going to be putting 2 single coils in the neck and middle with the Seymour Duncan quarter pounder in the bridge. A 5-way switch is going here, and then I'm going to have a push-pull pot on the tone, and that's going to activate the neck pickup so I can get all 3 pickups on at the same time. But a Tele can do that no problem. The one thing you will just never get out of a Tele, even if it's a thin line semi-hollow, is the large bodied Gibson 335 type thing. It just, you're never gonna get that vibe for sure. So pretty sick. I think you can get close, but I don't think it's gonna be the same. But yeah, dude, I encourage everybody whenever you go guitar shopping, don't look at the name on the headstock and do not look at the price point. Just try to enjoy the guitar. Like if I just handed this to you, blindfolded you, and didn't tell you it was a Squire, you'd be into it. That's a fact. Don't tell me to shush. I'm speaking truths. I'm dropping so many facts right now, dude. And you know it. It's honestly, it should be impossible to buy a crap guitar anymore. There's just so many great options, right? And in all price points. There are $300 guitars out there that sound and play great. I have one of them. The Parts Caster that I bought for under 200 bucks. The body is cheap, the neck is cheap. I don't really care. It's made out of wood, the pickups sound good, and it plays well. Yeah, resale value. I don't care. I paid 200 bucks for it. That's it. That's all it needs to be. You just need to find what works for you and not pay attention to the price point. So, is your local guitar store a guitar center or is it like an independent shop? Your channel name is Let's Make Guitar Noises. Everybody that's here, just start clapping. Just whatever you're doing. If you're listening to this while you're driving, risk it. Just both hands. What a great username, dude. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, mom and pop shops are always better than Guitar Center. Yeah, I don't know. You want to be able to find the cheap stuff. Just look secondhand, dude. Craigslist is a great place. Even the Reverb pre-owned stuff can be cool. Go to Reverb and filter by your zip code. It's a pretty solid way to go about it. Oh, man. So what has anybody been working on regarding your playing? Anybody practicing anything? Right now, I've been working on figuring out chord progressions by ear. That's one thing I've been really focusing on is like you hear a chord progression, just kind of using notes to be like, okay, well, that's one of them, that's the other one. And then forming chords around that. That's the biggest thing I've been working on, man. I just hate like looking at tabs and doing all of that. I like learning stuff by ear and getting the feel for it. Rosewood versus maple? I don't really know, man. It's like I got two maple Telecasters. My other four are rosewood. I think I want another maple. I like them all. I don't really care. Man, that is so. I will say it's kind of boring, right? Because when you're playing, you're like, you want to, as a guitar player, we just want to fucking, right? Slowing down and trying to get triads and chords in general under the fingers. Like, that's something I'm really trying to get my head around lately. Don't just play fast to play fast. I saw Government Mule last night. That was the prime example of leaving space. So, I sounded like a 13-year-old right there. Do you hear that? Jesus. There's a prime example of leaving space in the sound when they're jamming. It's not just about playing as fast as you can. It's about listening and trying to find what works, right? I watched the bass player play one bass line for probably over a minute, just staying in the pocket waiting for his time. That's what I'm trying to work on. Dude, let's see. Yeah, don't blow your ears out, homies. Don't be doing that. I'm not going to lie. So I've got my basement here. It gets pretty loud sometimes, but I'll tell you what happened. So I've got the Princeton, the volume's on only like 2, but I've got the outputs on the Helix hitting what's called line level. So it's kind of like having a boost on at all times going into the Princeton. And it's great tone wise, but it gets a little loud. I mean, I said earlier that Leo Fender is one of the goats of all time. That's kind of what I mean by that. Has anybody here seen the video that Reverb just put out with Joe Bonamassa, where he went through all the different Fender amps? He said in that video, he goes, when you look at British amplification, essentially what you're looking at is they took Leo Fender's amp designs and then they just did them again, but using the components that they had available in England. But when you're going to talk about like amp tone, and the first time that bass players and guitar players were really starting to be taken seriously, Leo Fender. That is where you wind up every single time is Leo Fender. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know what it is, man. It's the clean stuff, clean tones, the way it makes you feel, not just as a listener, but while you play it. You just like it's vibe, it's zen. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I just want to go balls out and play with distortion, and that's super cool. But if you just need to chill, clean ambient tones is where it's at. He that is it is a killer username. I do agree. Once again, round of applause for that guy. Oh man. But yeah, when you look at the history of the electric guitar, I think that if you look at Leo Fender and the Telly, you look at the lap steel stuff, but then you look at the Telly and it's like, oh, cool. So he made the first reliable mass-produced electric guitar. That'd be cool in of itself. That right there would be absolutely amazing if he just stopped there. But then it's like, okay. Then he started doing amps too. He started doing amps earlier, but he was the first guy who was like, "Well, let's start making this loud." Champ, Princeton, Deluxe. You had Tweed Deluxe, then you move into like the blackface stuff. Bro, by the time you're hitting the late 50s, the the 4x10 supers, the 212 twins, the 80-watt 212 twins, this guy was making loud ass amps. Like it was like, oh my god, that is insane. Let's see. I don't know. Regarding that amp tone as a myth, I don't know that I agree with that. I've played through a lot of different amps. They sound different, dude. Matter of fact, amps are just like guitars. If you put 5 of the same exact amp in a row, they will sound different, even if you've got everything the same, right? That's a fact. I think using EQ and stuff, you can make everything sound the same. But if we're talking about just the amps, the way the tone stack is, and it's just, they're all going to be kind of different. Hey, welcome in, guy. We got another Kyle looking Kyle in here, dude. Yeah, ultimate clean tone. That's pretty fair. I don't know. I was on the search for a really long time for just the perfect amp. I really like the setup I have right now. I really do. The Princeton is great as a pedal platformer, and then the Helix going into the 212 cabinet, it just sounds great. And yeah, there's arguments about digital amps versus tube amps versus blah blah blah. Listen, I've owned them all. I've played them all. I've made every single one of them sound good, and I've made every single one of them sound like shit. So that's a skill, by the way. I've made a $3,000 custom shop into a Mesa Boogie sound like shit. Not everybody can do that. You got to be a really nice degree of bad to do that. But I did it. And I'm proud of myself, really. Oh, dude, it's awesome. The Princeton, let me see here real quick. So, all the pedals are off. I jacked up the spring reverb, and then I've got the built-in tremolo circuit on. not mad at that. Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie. Tremolo is something I want to love, but for whatever reason, I turned it on right there because it's there, but I definitely much prefer just like a thick reverb. The spring, let's see. Right now the reverb's on 6. Let's turn it all the way up. So that's real spring reverb. That sounds great, dude. Man. Princeton's are just the GOAT. I don't know what it is. Like, they're small. It's 12 watts. It's a 10-inch speaker. But man, do Fender Princetons just... They've got the goods. They just do. I'm going to start playing live this year. And I'll be making content around that too. If I start needing it to be louder... I think I'm just gonna keep with the Fender combo Silverface vibe and just get a bigger one. Get like a Pro reverb or a Deluxe reverb, right? The Helix has plenty of volume to go. Plenty. The Helix gets way louder than the Princeton. Way louder. So right now, let's see. I gotta get... What is your most creative clean tone that you have on the Helix? So I'm only combining the amps on Dirty Sounds. So first of all, yes, pick up your guitar, play with clean tones. For volume, I've got the volume knob. It goes up to 10. I have it on 2. So, and yes, it's an SM57, slightly off axis, around an inch away from the cloth. And then I've got a Sennheiser E609 draped over the top that's miking the 212. And no, I don't have a band yet, but I do have a name picked out, and I do have a vibe that I want to go for. It's going to take some time, but it'll be fun. So for the amps combined, homie just mentioned that. I'm still working on the exact stack for that, but I'll show you kind of what's happening. We don't want the reverb all the way up. So we've got the Princeton overdriven. Right? Then we've got the Marshall overdriven. And then we've got both amps together. That almost sounds like ZZ Top, right? But the cool thing, let's look at reverb and delay. So I have reverb and delay coming out of both. And the reason why is because this thing's like 4 feet tall. Running reverb out of both in the room, it just gets massive because there's this 4-foot tall wall of sound. Just that sounded sick. The two delays started to fight each other for a second there. Man, it's just a big sound. It's a very, very big sound. Let's see. Thank you for coming by, Guitars and Trains 43. Listen, this is just for you. I need you to have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Depending on where you are in the world, you may be about to go to sleep. And if that's the case, I hope you sleep very well. If you're not about to go to sleep and you're just about to go enjoy your afternoon, slam a fresca, enjoy it. Have a great day. Oh. Let's see. So Britton mentioned Tim Pierce. I don't even care if you don't play guitar. You should just watch Tim Pierce. To be a human, it should be a rule that you watch Tim Pierce's content. Is that okay to say? Can I say that? That guy is so good and he's so friendly and so knowledgeable, and the life experiences that he shares is just like, oh, that's cool. You've been a legend your entire life. That's got to be pretty sick. And he just shares all that. It's great. Oh, man. Thank you so much for coming to this stream. I appreciate it. COD for Enjoyer, COD. So you either really love fish or you enjoy playing Call of Duty. Either way, welcome. Pleasure to meet you. If you've never seen the channel before, my name is Zach. It's called Audibly Dumb. Bunch of us nerds get together here every Sunday. We just kind of talk about music and stuff. Which about that, how long have I been going? 48 minutes. Holy shit. Okay, I want to talk about this. So last night I went and saw Government Mule. I've seen them many times. If you're unfamiliar with who they are, uh, psychedelic blues rock jam band. If I could just put a title to it, they play everything. The lead singer and guitar player was in the Allman Brothers for a very long time. They just, it's just such a good band, dude. I'm gonna pull up the set list real quick from last night. So let me tell you what happened. At 8 o'clock, they come out on stage. Okay, they're like, good evening, whatever, and they just start playing. No theatrics, no bullshit. Okay? They just start playing. They play till 9:20. Welcome back, Chug Strata Cat Chug Rata Cat. You know who I'm talking to. So they play for an hour and 20 minutes, and it was amazing. They did a version of I'm a Ram that blew me away. It was awesome. Warren Haynes, the singer, goes, "We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We got a lot more music to play." A lot of bands will play for an hour and a half to an hour and 45. They just did an hour 20. They leave for 20 minutes. They come back at 9:40 and played until after 11:30. So it wound up being like 3 to 3.5 hours that they were playing. No opener, just went out there and did their thing, man. Cool Guy Pie, I love your username. Love from England, thank you so much. Mwah. Love from my basement. What part of England are you in, man? I lived in England for a couple years myself. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, dude. So they did Get Out of Denver by Bob Seger because I live in Denver. Oh, dude, this was sick. So they played Rocky Mountain Way, right? Classic, classic song. And the moment they started playing it, I'd say between 500 and 1,000 people pulled out a joint and lit it. I've been to this venue many times. I've never seen so much smoke in the venue before being caused by people. I'm talking about me. I'm people. uh, I don't know, dude. The people that get mad about smoking weed at shows, it freaks me out. Like, I got yelled at one time at a Gary Clark Jr. concert. People pass it around. It's crazy, right? This dude had these kids and he got mad that there was weed smoke around his kids. And it's like, okay, let's just like unpack this real quick. You are at Red Rocks Amphitheater, legendary music venue. The whole scene was built on weed. And you're at a Gary Clark Jr. concert and you brought your 4 young kids to this. I do not feel bad. You are not allowed to ask people to blow the smoke away. You are in their environment. And if you didn't know that it was going to be like that before you got there, you shouldn't even be there, right? Like, it's is that a hot take? Please, can somebody in the comments, am I being an asshole here? I don't know. I don't ever want to condone anybody to do anything like it, but it's like if you're gonna, I don't know. I think alcohol is way more destructive. I don't know how people play music while drinking alcohol. Like you hear stories of Motley Crue back in the day. Tommy Lee would slam a giant thing of Jack Daniels and then play the drums perfectly, and it's like, I do not understand how you're doing that. Absolutely not. That is insane. Because your motor skills go, right? I can smoke a little bit and still have my facilities in order. Anything more than 2 or 3 beers, and I'm just done. So I haven't gotten drunk in like around a year regarding getting drunk. I've had a beer here and there, but I don't really drink anymore for that reason. Let's see. That's the thing is it's like people talk about drugs. And don't get me wrong, anything heroin, anything like that, any of the hard stuff, never in my life would I ever recommend anybody try anything like that. Despite what I've just said, look at the music of the 60s and the 70s, even going into the 80s. Do you think Pink Floyd happens without drugs? No. Like, it's just absolutely not. Some of the best art of the last 80 years, the best music, the vibes, like that's where it comes from. It comes from rebellion and self-expression. Now, of course, everybody takes it too far, right? But still, let's see. It absolutely was. I 100% believe that. Sorry, I'm getting caught up here. Yeah, definitely don't do that. I do not condone you liking music better and being happier and food tasting better. I don't want that for you. Definitely don't become a happier person. But yeah, long story short, Government Mule last night, there was a whole lot of weed in that place. Oh, and I ran into that one drunk asshole. I swear, dude, he tried to pick a fight with me. It's like you are at a jam band show and you're slamming whiskey and doing all of that. He told me I took his wife's spot. Okay, at a concert where the floor is big, during intermissions, you get crowd shift. And essentially, what that means is when you leave and come back, you can stand exactly where you were in relation to your friends. But the whole crowd just kind of went, meh. And that just kind of keeps happening. You never end a show in the same place you started the show. That's just how that is. This dude thought I intentionally took his wife's spot. He literally looked at me and he said, "You know, I'm pretty territorial." Like a fucking moose? Like what do you what do you mean, dude? Are you a moose in heat right now? Is that what you're trying to explain to me? We're at a concert. Like this is what happens. I don't know what to tell you. My mic is randomly shutting off? Is that happening to everybody? My readings are looking normal. Bop 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 bop. Solid. Okay, cool. By the way, COD 4 enjoyer, you never did provide context. Do you love Call of Duty or do you really love fish? That's the right answer. Dude, my brother is a competitive first person shooter. I I'm 30. My brother is 25. I stopped playing video games against him when he was 11. The last time we played video games together, he was 11 and I was 16. Oh man. It's like you ever play video games against someone who's so good it's not fun? You're just like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm doing this. I am target practice for you right now. That's what's happening. That's not fun for me." That's what it's like playing against my brother. Actually, I'll tell you this. I remember distinctively the last time I played video games against my brother. We were playing Call of Duty. The match started. I took one step forward, died. And I literally was like, "What? How like we're in the like it just started. I took one step, clapped, dead. The little replay thing showed what happened. The moment the match started, he threw a knife from the other end of the map. Dush, dead. Haven't played with him since. It's been 14 years. Oh, let's see here. We're gonna back the mix down. Do that. Get rid of the pre-delay. Increase the room size. I'm telling you, this amp model that I found. If anybody in here has a Helix, the Brit 2204. That thing is mid forward. It's got balls. Dude. It's got sustain and it's like just bubbly and fat and it cuts through like. And this is on a Squire, by the way. Does that sound like a Squire Telly to you? Oh, man, I love that. Let's see. We should do a Guitar Hero battle. I agree. I wonder how many people Guitar Hero actually inspired to play. Um, First of all, thank you for the kind words. Anybody telling me I'm great at guitar, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't hear it, but I don't think anyone can hear it. Do you know what? I don't know. I've played for 13 years. I should be a lot better than I am. I do appreciate what you're saying. I really do. I just yeah, I appreciate the kind words, but I definitely don't hear whatever it is you're hearing. You know what my thing is? I make too many. I know what notes to hit. Like I know how to navigate the fretboard pretty well. I know where all the notes are. Uh, I'm pretty familiar with all the triad shapes. I know all the different scales and modes. I know where to go. But the physical aspect of playing, I'll flub a note or I'll miss this hand in particular. This is the one that fucks me up. It's got nothing to do with knowing what to play. It's the physical aspect of playing it and doing it properly. That's where I mess up. And yes, you need a telly. I think everybody does. The telly bridge pickup, goated. I will fight anybody in a parking garage about that. Let's see. Thank you, homie. I appreciate it. Um, I've seen Grace Bowers. She's really good. I've seen her live. That's honestly it. No matter what your skill level is, just be happy you can make noise. Have fun with it. Dang it. I haven't played that song in forever. Black Dog? Have you ever noticed that like all Zeppelin songs that became really well known, they're all in the key of A? Yeah, when you're recording, that's really where it matters, dude. That is something, oh my god. Of anything I've done with this channel, the hardest part is capturing and playing the recordings, which honestly kind of sucks, and I'll tell you why. When you look at Chris Buck or Rhett Shull or anything like that, right? Anybody like that? The playing is the easy part for them, right? That's the part where they're like, "Okay, cool, I just get to play guitar." And then they just bang out the nastiest shit. It's the coming up with what to say and, like, that's the hard part for them. It's the opposite for me. I can talk bullshit all day long, but then when it comes time to the playing side, I'm like, "Nah, here we go. Let's lock in." Like, you just cracked like, just now? Right now? I've never been a big DiMarzio fan, but tons of people are, so give it a shot, why not? Yesterday. RIP, dude. I saw Chris Buck play live back in January. He was awesome. That's another one. I never play Zeppelin tunes, man. Ugh. Everybody loves playing that stuff in the music store. Anytime you walk into a Guitar Center, it's just like Stairway, Come As You Are, and Wonderwall, just like smacking you in the face. Well, what sucks is everybody at the local Guitar Center by me, like they all watch like the content and stuff. So I'll be playing that stuff. They got no qualms about yelling at me. You know what I mean? They all know me. Uh, what I just finished was a cinnamon vanilla iced latte. I walked in there and I said, "Give me the whitest white girl drink you've got." And that's what they made me. And I'm not mad at it. Ah, 16 shots of espresso. Dude, I overdid it with the caffeine recently. I kind of felt like a crackhead. It was nice. It brought me back. Like, hey, cool guy pie. I don't think I've seen your username here before. If this is your first time, appreciate you being here. Seriously. I think it's a pretty cool hang. I really do. And I say it every single week, but everybody that's in here, a lot of you come by every week. Thank you so much. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. I don't know about you guys. I don't have a ton of people in my life that I can just talk about music with. Uh, Most of my friends I only see at concerts, but they just enjoy live music. They're not musicians or really into it hardcore. So being able to just talk to you guys and hang, it's really really cool. I think we got a nice core group of people here, and I can't wait for that to grow. Jamie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy the videos, man. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. That's it. That's what this whole thing's about. Just nerding the hell out. Any tips for home recording? Um, I gotta be real. I'm really basic about it. If you're just using your tablet mic, I would recommend downloading Reaper or some sort of DAW, digital audio workstation, and utilizing the EQ plugin. That helped me out a lot. I'm glad to hear it. Rockfan243. I know who you are. What's good? I'm glad that you like it. But for home recording, what I have found is the number one most important thing, getting the sound at the source to be what you want. Uh, an SM57 is not expensive if you get it used. The Sennheiser E609 is not expensive, even brand new. These are not expensive mics. Um, get the source sounding good, and then play around with EQing in post. So I've got an EQ that I use, and essentially what happens is the tone gets recorded and goes in. It never sounds the way it does in the room. There's some sort of loss that happens in that process. So what I do as an EQ, there's a little gain bump. It's high passed and low passed. So anything above 6.5K, gone. Anything under 100 is gone. And the way it kind of works is there's a little dip in the beginning. There's a dip in the low mids. It goes up a little bit in the mids. It ducks again in the high mids. Comes up a little bit around 4.5 and then tapers off. And essentially what winds up happening is it brings all the body and depth of the sound back into the recording. So that's what I like. To answer how long I stream, I've been going for an hour and 13. I'm probably going to head off here in just a little bit. I just kind of go with the flow of the conversation. That's what this is about, dude. This is about helping each other get better, having a good time, chilling. That's it. That is what Audibly Dumb is. Well, if that was his goal, he did a shit job because it's great. AC/DC, another band people love to make fun of, but I'll tell you what, rock and roll royalty. Every show, there's not a ballad in the bunch. We're going to throw on an SG. Play through 9 Marshall 100-watt heads. Just blow your face right off. I think Nirvana is one of those bands everybody just kind of likes by default, right? I don't think I've ever heard somebody say I don't like Nirvana. And if they did, the reason I didn't hear it is just because noise. You don't need negative people like that in your life. Emo Boy, thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure, my dude. I'll see you next week for sure. Ooh, this is a good one to talk about. Uh, it's YouTube. The compression thing is YouTube. I'm not running like OBS or anything. It's just my camera mic. Sorry. Um, please do. Please come back every Sunday. It's gonna be a good time. Jason's in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Yeah, you got to get a telly, dude. Chug Radacaster guy. Gotta get a telly. It's the way to be. Name a band that everyone loves. So a great example that I'm going to start off with. I don't know that I've ever met a person who has said, I don't like Linkin Park. Bro, I love Linkin Park. My brother's 5 years younger than me. He loves Linkin Park. My mom loves Linkin Park. Like, at some level, every single human is just into what they do. Name some bands like that where just unanimously, if everybody's honest with themselves, we all like them, right? Ooh, we got a hot take right off the rip, and I agree. I agree 100%. Why does Nickelback get so much hate? Because it's fun. It's fun to make fun of Nickelback. It just is, right? Foo Fighters, I was thinking them too. For 30 years, Foo Fighters has just been like, every album is great. The new stuff they just released, it's great. Unanimously, everyone loves them. Foo Fighters slaps 100%. But yeah, when you look at Nickelback in the United States for album sales of an international act, because Nickelback is from Canada, they are second only to the Beatles, dude. Think about that. For rock album sales, Nickelback is second to the Beatles in the United States. That is banana sandwich, dude. Amazing stuff. Facts. Jason, I love you, dude. I'm a huge Sleep Token fan, and I agree 100%. The amount of people that are like, it's not really metal and blah, 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 blah. No, listen. They took heavy music and made it digestible to millions of people. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Right? And Queen is another great example. I don't know a human that hates Queen. Everyone loves Queen. The summoning is insane. That's what I'm trying to say. Also, can we agree that when you look at the lead singer of Sleep Token doing blackface in 2026, bold, bold. Homie just gets a pass because he wears pajamas and dances. Right? That's bold. That's how you get ahead in life. It's so weird. I get Sleep Token not being your vibe, right? Because at the end of the day, like I have a buddy that does not like Sleep Token at all, but it's because he doesn't like the vibe shift. He doesn't like the journey. And let's be real, nobody asked for a band that does 8-minute long death metal, R&B, gospel, rap, hip hop, reggae music. No one asked for that, but we got it and it slaps. See, that's the thing. If you don't vibe with Sleep Token, I understand you. I totally understand not vibing with Sleep Token. What chaps me is the people that say like it's bad or it's dumb or whatever. And it's like, well, I'll be honest, it is kind of dumb. But like it's super creative, right? Silent Theory. I've heard of Silent Theory and Sleep Theory. The creativity is insane. Um, I don't know, dude. I like a lot of bands in that genre. Uh, the progressive metal scene is one of my favorites. That's it. Beauty in the eye of the beholder. That is what art is. You guys have heard me say this before, and this is a straight up fact with cheese on it, okay? When an artist makes music, or anything for that matter, it's up to the audience to vibe with them. It's not up for the artist to mend what they're doing to the audience, right? 100%. And besides, when I listen to Sleep Token, do you know what I honestly hear? A more modern Deftones. That's what I hear when I listen to Sleep Token. A slightly more genre complex, more modern version of Deftones. It's there, dude. If you go listen to Deftones and then listen to Sleep Token, it's not like ridiculously far away. You can hear the inspiration for sure. Dream Theater is insane. I saw Dream Theater live. The openers were Animals as Leaders and Devin Townsend. And then Dream Theater came on. It was awesome. It's the most beautiful part of music. You want to talk about there being an ass for every seat? Music. There is something for everyone. Jason, you're not wrong, dude. The latest Deftones album was off the chain. What was the name of that opening song? I'm looking it up right now. There was My Mind is a Mountain. That song was like, oh my God. Let's see here. So sick. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I live in Colorado, so I hear that name all the time. They are wildly popular out here. Wildly popular. Def Leppard is great. Def Leppard is really good. You got to hand it to the drummer. Am I right? Huh? Anyone? Huh? No, okay. uh Blur. Isn't Blur the band that had like the Britpop beef with Oasis? Yeah. Uh well, I don't listen to Blur very often, but add Oasis to the list of bands that I don't know that I've heard a person say they don't like it. For 90s radio pop, Oasis is, dude, some of those songs, you just, as songwriters, some of the best to ever live. I consider Oasis to be the Beatles of the 90s. Is that a fair thing to say? Is that like a fair statement? They were just churning out hit song after hit song after hit song. Like, COD 4 enjoyers dropping heat right now. I don't even know if I can take it. Ooh, man, I'm telling you. Every once in a while, I like to just Courtney did it. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? Do you mean Kurt Cobain didn't shoot himself twice with a shotgun? Is that what you're trying to say to me? That's a hot take. I did read Kurt Cobain's suicide note though. It was mind-blowing. Anyways, um let's see. Hey, have a great day. Fire and Ice Dragon 6256. If you don't go have an amazing rest of your day, I'm going to get upset. So make sure you have a great day. Thanks for coming, dude. I'll see you next week. Why would his wife kill him? You are aware that when somebody is murdered, the very first place they look is their spouse, right? The very first place they look. Why is that? Okay, I got to take my guitar off for this. And my wife is within earshot. So I'm going to hit this with as much honesty as I can. I've been with my wife 13 years. I love that lady more than anything. She is the most likely to kill me. Right? Like, I've given her enough reasons to. God knows that's the truth. Anybody in here married knows exactly what I'm talking about. Why would his wife kill him? Because they were married. My wife just gave me the stank eye, y'all. I love you, baby. Say it back. Thank you. uh, man. You do still have to deal with murder. Just finding the person that did it's going to be harder. Avenging your death becomes harder. That's true. That's 100% facts. Distortion and loud amps can kill you. People have died from like electrocution with amps and then the microphone. People have died by getting shocked through the microphone. That's pretty crazy. You got shocked for an entire set? How much were you getting paid for this gig? I would have said hashtag fuck that. Like, hey guys, the building's trying to take my life. Deuces. The hell? Jason, this thing is awesome, dude. The Charlie Christian neck pickup, bro. Sorry for that. That's a really cool sound. Thanks. I blame the chorus pedal. The chorus pedal was doing a lot of work there. Anybody in here ever play with a chorus pedal? What it does to clean tones. It's like without it, with it. Just makes it all swimmy. You know what I mean? That sounds like the beginning to every single Creed ballad ever. If I turn the delay off, that sounds. I think of Creed when I hear that, right? Also, what is it about singers in the 90s? You had Creed and just like everything said like this. Everything. What was that? It wasn't just one guy. It was a lot of different bands. That just sounded like every 90s hit radio song right there. Right? It's like, what possessed people to do that? I get back when I heard thunder, bound down to one last breath. The industry, yeah, but why did it sell? Why was everybody like, okay, pretend your mouth is full of marbles. Trust me, everyone is gonna just love it. Vibe without intention. With arms wide open under sunlight. Like, that feels pretty intentional to me. Nobody just sings like that. Welcome to his place. Like, dude. Okay, so here's the deal. I plan on doing like live meetings, like audibly dumb get-togethers. I don't know how I would possibly stage this. There's gotta be karaoke, and it's gotta be that. Can you imagine just like 20 people, one right after the other, and just trying to do that? Yeah, and to be fair, Eddie Vedder probably is the reason for that for sure. It's just like things happen in music where it just, well, okay. If we look at Oasis again, you go to the 90s, go to England. You just had a lot of people trying to sound like that, right? Ooh, Hootie and the Blowfish is a good call. I'm not a giant fan of Hootie and the Blowfish, but I do have to tip the hat. Those people wrote some amazing singles. Let Her Cry, Hold My Hand. I'm into it. And now Darius Rucker just like rocks people like a wagon wheel or whatever full time, right? Because that's what you do. You know, you do one thing real good and then that stops being good. So you become a country artist. On that note, how crazy is it that we live in a time where the world's biggest country artist is Jelly Roll and Post Malone? What? The best MTV Unplugged is the Nirvana thing. That is the truth. Now, am I saying that because I can't think of any others off the top of my head? Probably. But it also is just kind of factual. Wait. Wasn't Clapton's famous Unplugged thing an MTV thing too? Wasn't that a thing? 10,000 Maniacs. Oh, I haven't listened to them in a long time, dude. Been a long time. That's what I thought. Yeah, I knew Clapton did. That was pretty legendary. Regarding legendary status, I'm gonna give that hat to Nirvana. Really like captured a point in time for sure. Speaking of capturing a point in time, we're talking about the 90s. I encourage everybody here, when we're done here, go put on some Sunny Day Real Estate. That band smacked, right? Anybody in here listen to Sunny Day Real Estate at all? I loved that band. Alice in Chains Unplugged. Yeah, see, it's hard to say which one was good because at that time, all the bands were great. Do you know what I mean? Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, it was all gas. It really was. Uh Creative boom? I don't know. So in the 90s, country music had a big twist. That's important. Country music definitely some amazing stuff. Grunge obviously happened. When you get into the 2000s, the pop punk thing was very, very good. Very, very good. Um, Blues wasn't really happening. I prefer the blues to now to then. Uh, I think one of the shining creative genres in modern music is progressive metal. Um, Modern progressive metal is so ambient and beautiful and chaotic, and the talent, the chops are just you know what I mean? So I think I don't know if whole generations are better or worse. I think specific genres peak and have like high points and low points in generations. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but that's kind of how I feel about it, right? If we're going to look at, let's see. Yeah, and I'm not mad at it, dude. I'm not mad at the fact that people can create an album in their house. Uh I'm not mad. I got to be honest with you. I'm not mad at AI. I'm not mad at AI music. I enjoy grunge. I really do. I think grunge it captures a point in history, right? There's that on that that is what I think is the most powerful music, right? When you listen to it, it's not just, oh, I like it or I don't like it. When you listen to it, does it make you feel like you're existing in a point in time? A great example of that, and I doubt many people in here are going to have listened to Tower of Power. Maybe, I don't know the age demographic, but although I'm not a huge fan of like disco and all of that, the melodic sense of 70s funk and disco, the timing and the rhythm and the it just when you hear it, it immediately paints a picture of that in your mind. So my buddy Jason in here, I've known him for quite some time. Him and I bonded over Stranger Things quite a bit, right? The synthwave thing. It just one of the things that made Stranger Things so good, the soundtrack immediately brought you there, right? The moment you heard whatever the hell was going on, it just that music brought you to the 80s. It set the whole scene, right? Um Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Um when I hear Blink 182, I am in the 90s. I'm in the late 90s through the early 2000s. That's just what is happening. When I hear the band Era, I'm brought to right now because it's happening right now. It doesn't transport me anywhere. It makes me feel stoked that I'm alive and kind of young while that music is popular. I'm going to see them next weekend, and that's going to smack, right? So that's how I feel about genres and generations of music. Does it take you somewhere? But then you got, see, I'm like stepping on my own words now. Queen doesn't take me anywhere. I don't think of the 70s or the 80s when I listen to Queen. I just think, God, these guys were dope, right? That's how I feel. So I don't even really know, man. Well, here's the deal, nerds. I've been going for an hour and 46 minutes. Uh, Doc Siltonet. I hope I'm saying that right. What's up, Doc? I'm just getting ready to sign off. I've been going for an hour and 46 minutes. Got a bunch I got to do today. My wife and I are going to the movies in a few hours. I'm excited for that. We're going to see Project Hail Mary. Heard really, really good things. But Fresca, 100%. I'm finishing up a video today about one of the dopest YouTube guitar teachers. Um, I really hope you guys enjoy it if you watch it. If you play guitar and you're looking to get better, that's one thing to look forward to this week. I've got a video I've been working on for a little bit about a guy called the Donut Doctor. Really hope you guys enjoy it. 3 shorts this week as always. And yeah, I'll hit you with one of these. My name is Zach. Thank you for coming to Audibly Chill. This has been Audibly Dumb. Thank you so much for watching. I got that reverb at a 9-second decay, dude. Just, love it. But yeah, seriously, love you guys so much. Thank you for coming by. It was a really fun hang today. I'm going to be here next Sunday. 10 a.m. seems to be the sweet spot. So that is where I will be. 10 a.m. Denver time. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.